Alright, so 今日は何曜日? It's 金曜日. Today's October 20th, 2022, MedakaMetal style. Cold is 48 and the high was 62. According to the iPhone weather app today. In Fahrenheit, real quick sip. The best beer of the day is a sip that I've kind of forgotten if this is your third sip or your 6 or 8 or 10 or 11 or 12, but Kanpai Chinchi. Oh yeah, Bon Jovi. Yuake no Runaway, 1984, awesome album. I remember buying this when I was a young kid, and it's still awesome. So today, on my way home, I picked up some plants. Got it over Craigslist. I like Craigslist, and you could buy everything online, but Craigslist, it's local, right? So one thing, this is Anacharis, by the way. Anacharis. That's what it looks like. So what I wanted to try this year is I always try to leave plants in my tubs over the winter. It balances the water, the whole cycle thing, right? I think plants are really beneficial. Beneficial in the water are what we're trying to do here is to create a natural habitat which has tons and tons and tons of millions of gallons of water into a small container like this. This is like 15 gallons, right? This is 18 gallons. So in the past, I have tried water lettuce. These guys will die off. By December, they'll be all brown and all that stuff. During the summer, my go-to is water hyacinth. Water hyacinth is great. It looks okay right now. It's in October, right? But the problem with these guys, when it gets really cold, they're going to die off, and they're just going to look like mulch. It looks like it's like rotten away. The root system gets really long. What you're seeing down here is that's like guppy grass. It took me years to get guppy grass to survive outside 4 seasons of the year, but it's not the ideal. And you see all this. This is great, right? This is something you actually want in a tub situation or a pot situation for medakas. There's always some microorganisms growing in them. They will rest below them to stay warm during the winter. So this is like one of my favorite little pots, I guess. So since the water hyacinth, this is going to disappear basically. When it's cold, you could already see that the leaves are getting yellow. This year, I'll try the Anacharis. And I talked to the owner. I went to his house today to pick him up, and he has some ponds, and he says that they'll stay green and kind of make it through the winter here in Pacifica area. So I'm gonna give it a try. So what do I do when I get plants? Basically, I'll throw them in a bucket. Like this. This happens to be a Daiso bucket. It's about $4. It holds like 2.6 gallons, 10 liters, right? And I'll just dump them in here. And then I'll just go around and just put pond water in here. This is, I don't want to sound like a Daiso commercial, but this is, you could get this from Daiso as well. $1.75, it's great. You don't have to break your back, right? just enough water so that the plants are topped off. And I think I just accidentally scooped a Medaka, I think. Yes. Alright, so let me just get the plants out of here. Let's try to scoop them back in. Yeah, he's in there. So let me just dump this thing in here. Back in. I think I saw one guy right there that I accidentally scooped. The glare. Yeah, let me put them back in. So I'll put the Anacharis back in there. And this time, I should be more diligent to make sure the water I'm scooping, I'm just scooping the water and not coming it out by accident. Okay, that's good. It's ready, closed. And I'll just leave it there. Just let it sit for overnight before I start throwing them in different tubs. Whenever I start bringing in new products or anything, I'll start with one tub. So I won't just automatically start distributing this into all the tubs that I have over here. But I'll start with one. I'll see how it does. And yeah, I'll spend probably, like for these guys, I'll spend about a week slowly distributing them. Number one, to see how they, if there's any effect or anything in the tub, because again, the tub is small, right? Something that we are trying to create nature in this little confined area, and we're trying to create this natural habitat for any living species, right? So I'll see if there's any ill effect. If not, you know, and I will monitor the condition of these to see how they're doing, if they're going to rot away or if they're going to thrive. But we'll see. But if you get these plants, especially locally, there's a good chance, and especially if you know that they're from an outdoor environment, there's a good chance that they're going to do well. So again, plants I try to get locally, and just because the plants are accustomed to the local environment, local temperature fluctuations and whatnot. It all goes with, same thing with Medakas, right? Like, you want to try to get them locally because they're brought up in the water that they are accustomed to, and the temperature, the water fluctuation. The temperature fluctuation is huge, right, for Medakas. So, trying to keep it short today, less than 10 minutes. All right. So we'll do it again next time. Real quick sip. Kanpai chinchichayo. Yeah, that was good. We'll do it again. All right. Outs.